What's up, guys? Brendan from Market Makers, your home for Wyckoff and Advanced Fibonacci TA. Quick update, guys. We got our website updated. Like I said, we just launched it. The promo code is on the website. It is 40% off if you join through our website. And love to see you guys. Click there. We're putting educational material up there as well for free. And you can read the testimonials that are going up there as well from members in our room. It is a no risk, no obligation. You come in, you join. If you don't like it, you get a full refund within a couple of days. And guys, it's a fantastic community because this is a trader's paradise, all of the markets right now. So definitely consider checking us out. And of course, we trade on BitGet for crypto. That link is in the video description. They are doing a tournament. I'll make that announcement tomorrow. And it is a lot of Bitcoin they're giving away. I think it's like 200 Bitcoin. So I'll make that announcement. But the link, if you want to be in that tournament, is in the video description. Okay. So use that link and check out our website, marketmakers.trade. Okay, let's go ahead and jump into the price action. Man, what a crazy week. I said this yet last video, but this is, I mean, look, everybody, I guess, in TA or anything in life, sports or whatever, you can go on streaks. But as you guys know, I've been watching the channel the last couple of weeks. I mean, the TA's been playing out beautifully, right? So Saturday, we had our big video predictions that all the markets would pump because quarter one is ending this week. Sunday, Bitcoin pumped. I predicted the top at 48,266, and it hit it to a T right over here, point B, hit it to a T. SPX, NASDAQ pump Monday. Tuesday, you had the Russell pump, and then I told you that the markets have topped and they will start declining. And when they start declining, if the Russell dropped what, Wednesday? Yeah, Wednesday, yesterday. The Russell dropped Wednesday, 2% almost, 1.83%. And now Bitcoin dropped. As I said yesterday in the video, there's no way Bitcoin will go up if the Russell moves down 2%. Did a long video comparing the two. You guys check that video out if you didn't see it. I'll go over new material. So where are we? This is the Gartley trade I showed you guys yesterday. We'll start small this time and go big. So the Gartley trade, I posted this in the room. I cashed out down here at the bottom. I took profits at the 1618, as you can see. Beautiful how Fibonacci works, right? You got a Fibonacci pattern, beautiful descension. This was 205% at 50x, okay? This was a fantastic trade for myself and the members in the room that took it. Can price come back up from here? This is what everybody wants to know, the million-dollar question. What you can see right now in the 1 hour time frame, remember, this is a small time frame, right? This is basically one 4-hour candle right now. Maybe a second one is open. But this is Wyckoff consolidation, okay? Big sell-off, you make a ceiling, you have a base, and now you're going back and forth. We got to get more candles. Need to see candles on a larger time frame to see if we can get some more momentum to go up. The volume is declining because you're in accumulation. The volatility is extremely expanded right now because of the drop, okay? So that's something that we have to pay attention to. Let's look at the 4-hour time frame. Yesterday on the video, guys, I talked to you about this trade setup as well that I had in the room. We have the GAN 45. Of course, price broke down through the GAN 45. A bearish dragon knocked the price over. Bearish cross 5 and 21. This is a great opportunity for people to get into in short. I want to show you what Bitcoin may do on the larger time frame, but let me show you this here on this time frame as well. Because what I think is going to happen is you're going to see, because all the indexes are in the same spot, okay? Let me show you this. So you have the first top. You see this? You have the first top. I think you're going to get some type of rebound. Maybe it's further down, but I think you're going to get some type of rebound and make that disjointed double top that Bitcoin likes to do. This is market euphoria, right? This is people entering the market. Oh, what a great price. People entering the market, and then the smart operators, the heavy money dumping on them. This is how you get these double tops, and then you break a neckline and you get further dissension. Because I think Bitcoin's going to want to test the 233 here, even on the 4-hour time frame. Somebody asked me a very good question. I'm going to answer it here in the comments on the video. They said, can you talk more about trend? When I mentioned that if Bitcoin gets below the 233, there won't be a new all-time high. So the way these trends work is in the smaller time frames, you start to lose your key support structure. Again, these are not just trends. This is the 233 That's 233 trading days. 144 is 144 trading days. So these are long-term trends of health of the market you're in. When you lose it on the 1 hour, you lose it on the 4 hour, then you move to lose it on the daily. This is a very bearish event and you'll go on to make new lows. Okay, that shows you that market sentiment has gone from euphoria, or you could say it's gone from greed to fear. That's another way to look at it. It's gone from greed to fear. Okay, let's look at this on the daily really quickly. So the daily time frame, you can see this exact pattern. Look, you have your hook, right? You see the hook? You got your hook. You found some support here at this 786. This is a daily, and you have your 233, 144 right here. You could easily see either from here coming up, maybe just doing something like this, because Bitcoin does this all the time. Look, all the time it does this, okay? Highly volatile asset, which means you get euphoria, you get greed, and then you get fear. You get greed and fear, and then you dump, okay? You could do this exact same move here. As a matter of fact, I think the bias, my bias anyways, is that's probably what's going to happen. You have that 48,266 ceiling right here. You can see price come up, could retest it, but for that to happen, we got to click over and look at what's going on, okay? So today I shorted the NASDAQ, I shorted the Russell. I got up really early this morning, so I'm tired, so I'm sorry if I trip over my words. I've been up since 4 a.m., but I had multiple trades going, and again, look at the exact setup that you have here, okay? You have the exact same hook. Now the NASDAQ is finding support on its trend channel here. If it gets more bearish and comes down, it may come down to the 233, and this could be where you see that roll up, roll over. Again, NASDAQ likes to do this too, okay? Assets like to make double tops. It's a pattern that occurs over and over again in the market due to greed and fear, okay? Greed and fear, smart operators dump on you, selling trend, retail comes in. By the way, when I say retail, this is a very common colloquialism in all the books, okay? All the trading books. Wyckoff wrote about this almost, what is this, 80 years ago now, 90 years ago? When you see who buys tops and who sells bottoms, it's retail. We have the largest amount of money coming in from retail in stock market history last year. With the advent of Robinhood, things like this has made it very easy for people to attempt to find financial freedom. But the smart operators, the big banks, they command billions of dollars at once, okay? So they can make plays on things. They have algorithmic trading, professional traders. That's why I don't trade against the big money, the smart operators. I trade with them. That's the point of patterns, understanding when you have trend exhaustion and where price will roll over, find support, and go on bullish moves, okay? That's how I like to trade. Now, I have my GAN 45 here on the NASDAQ as well, so I do anticipate something like this. This could easily be what happens if it doesn't want to come down all the way. If it does come down all the way, I expect it to test at 233. The Russell also did the same thing here. Let me go ahead and show you guys this really quickly. The Russell has the same move here. You have your 233, it fell down, and now you have this top. You got this top right here. So the Russell could come up, and Russell is very weak, okay? This has a lot of high growth stocks that don't make any money, a bunch of flaky companies that live off of loans, okay? So this is very weak, but this is why I knew Bitcoin would fall apart. We went over that last video. If you didn't see that video, go ahead and watch that. This is why I knew why Bitcoin would decline. Now, Bitcoin didn't decline a huge percentage, but the Russell's close to its 233, 144 as well, right? So the 233 for the Russell is 2128, and it's at 2068. So it's only, what, $50, $60 away on the index? So the Russell's not far apart either. So I do anticipate some type of move to come back up. Now that move may happen further down. It's harder to say because the Russell is already below the 233 and 144, whereas Bitcoin is not yet, okay? So it's not a one-to-one relationship. When will you see, another good question that people ask me is, when will you see complete fear in the market? Well, I can tell you this by, if you look at the biggest stocks, look at Tesla, look at Apple, look at Google, the top 10 stocks in the NASDAQ basically account for 70 or 80% of the profit. So when they start to decline, by the way, Tesla is $1 trillion company now. It has a price to earnings ratio over 200, which is insane. The long-term price to earnings ratio, just in the S&P is I think 16. At the mean, 16. And its price to earnings ratio is over 200, which why quite famously Michael Burry had $1 billion short on him earlier last year, but he was too early. You gotta be a technical trader. He was too early. So if Tesla starts to decline, if Apple starts to decline, you're getting a bearish candle here. Big companies like Nvidia, which has already had severe losses, but you're starting to see the same trends. They're all in Wyckoff. Every asset's in Wyckoff. You could either have your double top right here. This is your neckline right here. You also have a head and shoulders forming. These are big companies, and if they start to decline, you're going to see the indexes decline further, which means you will see crypto decline further. If they can hold their support levels, because remember, again, the top 10 companies account for 70 to 80% of the revenue for that index. If they can hold their support levels, crypto can find support and move back up. Regardless, the key concept I want you guys, if you take away nothing from these videos, understand price moves in waves. You move up, you move down. You move up, you move down. Okay, that's how price moves. Charles Dow wrote about this over 100 years ago. So just understand that, because I know a lot of people, especially new traders, just expect things like that all the time. You do get moves like that, but typically not. Typically, you get wave patterns. You get patterns that form in a market that are tradable. You just get repeated double tops here. You see this? Repeated double tops. The market loves double tops. Again, fear or greed and then fear, and then greed and then fear, and then break a neckline and fall. Okay, you see this over and over again. So just be aware of what you're trading and the actual macro environment that we are existing in. And looking here on the daily time frame, this is what you really don't want to lose. You're 233, 144. And again, we could bounce down and then bounce back up and roll over. And of course, we could bounce down and then go up into the 50s. It's possible. I don't personally see that happening. I'm not ready to predict the end of everything, but it's going to be a decline, okay? I just think it's a gradual decline. Again, there's macro events that I can't forecast or predict for you. We don't know what the Fed's going to do in May. If the markets do keep declining, what will the Fed do? They may not raise interest rates, which may lead to a rally. Again, I mentioned this the other day, the conflict in Europe. If there's a peace treaty signed sometime soon, there may be a major market rally. Bitcoin would get lifted up with that. So there's a lot of things in the macro world, macroeconomic space, political space that we can't control as traders. But what we can do is look at the candlestick patterns and the patterns in the marketplace. And what we need to see Bitcoin do here is either hold where it's at, but just be aware. It needs to hold where it's at, build as support, and go up, okay? That's what you want to see. Is you have a beginning of a double top here, but this is what you want to see. You want to see it come up with a sign of strength. So we have our first half of a double top. We don't need to make a second half, and if you do, then watch your neckline, okay? And let's go ahead and look at a couple other things here. We did the 4-hour time frame. The daily time frame with our patterns, obviously you can still see that it's all still the same setup. Weekly time frame. Oh yeah, weekly time frame. People wanted me to go over more support levels at a larger scale. So when you're pulling trend fibs and things like that, you're looking at a smaller wave projection, right? But what I did here, and I'll go ahead and show you guys this. So I've done this many times in videos. I know a lot of people, everybody's busy, everybody has a life, all that stuff. So I know everybody can't watch every video, but this is a Navarro pattern we've been tracking to beautifully, okay? And if you take your previous all-time high with the trend-based fib down to your market low, 28,790, up to your current all-time high, this gives you a downward wave projection. Again, this wave would look like this. Beginning of A wave, end of A wave, beginning of B wave, end of B wave, beginning of C wave, end of C wave, okay? ABC correction, trend-based fib. So let's go ahead and look at this. The reason I like this fib, obviously it lays out beautifully when you look at where we hit. 32,973, that is the market low right here in this trend. 32,933 within $40, okay? And this is based off a projection from the previous all-time high market low to the current all-time high. So this has been laid out very, very accurately. And I also like it because my pattern at the 886, which is the perfect PRZ for this pattern, lines up with the 1618, the golden ratio. 10,630 Bitcoin, okay? That is the target for the trend-based fib as well as the Navarro pattern that I'm trading here on the weekly time frame. This could take a long time to play out, guys. It could take, it could happen much quicker, but this could take a long time to play out, could happen quicker. The key support levels that I'm looking at, obviously, this is a weekly time frame. Remember, on the weekly, you're going to have different levels because these candles are bigger. There's less candles to choose from, things like that. Depends on what kind of trend you're looking at. But just from a weekly time frame, you have a key support level at 40,710, 37.95, 32,973, which we've already used. Very key for holding that low, okay? You lose the one fib, probably the most important support line here. You lose that one fib, you're going down into the 20s, okay? And if you get down into the 20s, you're going to have some problems, and you're going to hit 28,273, 23, 18,000, 10,000. Then this, to me, guys, is being generous at 10,630. If you saw my stream that I did with Crypto Savvy, the market long-term trend, when you look at the virus lows from March 2020, Bitcoin hit 3,800. That's my prediction of where Bitcoin will go again if the other markets, the broader markets, do come down, okay? Just realize in my lifetime of trading, I'm 43, I've been trading, since the late 90s, but the dot-com crash, like I said in some other videos, the dot-com crash, the S&P got cut in half, minus 50%. The NASDAQ went down 82%. You've heard me say this. You've heard Savvy say this. Amazon went down 92%, okay? Crypto has never existed in a bear market in equities. We are on the longest bull run in the history of the stock market, the longest bull run. And that just ended when they made their all-time highs, the NASDAQ, Bitcoin, the Russell in November, and then the S&P, the broader market, in January 4th. They all made their all-time highs, and they've all been correcting since then. So just be aware of where we're at in the marketplace. I do anticipate, in the end, when this is all done and we have a new crash slash correction in the financial marketplace, which is actually a very healthy thing. Shake out a lot of bad companies, shake out a lot of bad coins. What are there, over 15,000 coins now? It'll be a healthier marketplace where you can have some explosive growth in the future. But for now, this is the weeding out process, and it can be a bloodletting process. So just be aware of this, guys. All right, this is your video today, and I'll go ahead and answer the comments as I always do. Definitely check out the video description, marketmakers.trade as well. Our Twitter is there as well, also in the video description. Hope you guys have a fantastic day. Got a lot of things to do. Got to go get doing them, and I'll make another video tomorrow. Take care, everybody.